everyone. I'm Donna Bush with your CIG TV News Brief on this Friday. Friday's press briefing allowed members of the media to ask questions regarding changes to the regulations, the approach to the reintroduction of cruise tourism, and the latest from health officials on COVID-19.
We're confident, based on the preparations made, that we can safely advance to this important milestone, that of reintroducing cruise tourism. And to do so, we have agreed to ease some of the current restrictions and regulations contained in Phase 5. Now, I'm pleased to give a very brief overview of these amendments as it relates to cruise tourism and one or two other areas.
The Cayman Islands has noted, as stated earlier on by the Dr. Newton, we've seen a decline, and I'm so happy to see that, in new positive COVID-19 cases for the 6th consecutive week. And that was stated and produced in our weekly situational report. And we can attribute this to a number of factors. One being that the Cayman Islands should boast for being a regional leader in COVID-19 vaccinations. Two, that we're at the end of our previous Omicron surge. And thirdly, that the public has shown that remaining compliant with the mask mandates and COVID-19 protocols outlined by public health has gotten us where we are today, and for that we should all be proud of.
You can watch the entire press briefing on the Cayman Islands government's YouTube channel on demand, as well as on your local cable channel. Well, this week, students from 9 schools throughout Grand Cayman converged on the Clifton Hunter High School campus to participate in the 4th annual Clifton Hunter High School Mathematics Competition. The competition is divided into 2 categories for years 7 to 9 and then senior high school students. Students from 5 government primary schools and 2 high schools, as well as 2 private sector schools, took part in the maths event. Event coordinator and Clifton Hunter High School educator, Mr. Kamar Brown, says the competition first commenced back in 2019 and aims to expose students to healthy competition and a fun learning environment. School principal Dr. Richard Wildman further explained that the goal is to improve mathematics attainment in our high schools to meet international standards. The trajectory that we are on suggests that it is going to be achieved relatively soon. Well, the Department of Education Services Director, Mr. Mark Ray, says one of the important things that he thinks competitions like this brings about is a healthy sense of camaraderie, competition, collaboration, working in teams, and young people understanding that mathematics is nothing to be feared, but certainly something that can be engaging and fun. Hosts of Clifton Hunter High School emerged as the winner of the contest featuring the combined teams. Now, the event was made possible by individual as well as company sponsors on island. Turning to the forecast this Friday, it calls for partly cloudy skies tonight with a small chance of showers. Seas will be slight with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. The outlook is for similar weather conditions through to Sunday morning. Now, the synopsis calls for light to moderate winds and moderate seas are expected over the Cayman Islands area as the Atlantic high pressure system begins to become dominant and the cold front lifts towards the northeast and away from the Caribbean region. Now, satellite images show patches of low-level clouds across the Cayman Islands area that are moving towards the west. A reminder for the latest unexpected local weather conditions, you can go online to weather.gov.ky. And that's it for today's news brief here on CIG Television, as well as for this week. I'm Donna Bush, as always, thanking you for joining us, wishing you a safe and, of course, a wonderful weekend, and hoping you'll join us back here again on Monday. Until then, bye-bye for now.
Seek the latest, accurate information on COVID-19 only from official sources at gov.ky/coronavirus.